Hello, my name is Adam Ivy, I'm principal at Latexo High School. I would like to inform you about new graduation requirements that will be in effect as a result of House Bill 5 that was passed by the Texas legislature last summer. We're going to lead into this by talking to students about what they want to be when they grow up. This plan will give students an option to do things that they may not have ever been able to do in high school before. Think of this as a passport to success. This will be a high school plan for graduation that will encompass not just 4 years, but even possibly 5 years with the inclusion of some classes during 8th grade. The basic trip package, and the state of Texas calls this the foundation package. These are the things that all students must take. Now, please understand that the graduation plan we're talking about will be mandatory for those students who are currently in 8th grade and below. Students who are in 9th grade and above currently will have an option to add this plan or use this plan, but it won't be mandatory. We at Latexo High School, we are going to encourage all 9th graders to go ahead and move to this plan. We feel that it will be beneficial to them and it will give them more options in the courses that they will take. Let's start off with English. All students will have to take English 1, English 2, English 3, and an advanced English. And we'll get into what that advanced English could be later on. This does, again, give them some options. For mathematics, they will have to take Algebra 1 and Geometry, but that third math can take on a variety of different courses. It doesn't necessarily have to be the traditional Algebra 2 and Pre-Calculus. There are new courses, including a robotics design course that can satisfy that math requirement. They will have to have at least 1 year in physical education, 1 year in fine arts, 1 credit of speech and health, which is a combination to make up an entire year. They'll have to have at least 1 technology credit. Also in science, they'll have to have at least biology and 2 other sciences, IPC or an advanced science in the 2nd year and another advanced science in the 3rd year. Most often these can be chemistry and physics, but there will be more options for the future. Social studies, they must have world history or world geography. They must have U.S. history and government and economics. And they have to have 2 years of a language other than English. We also need, for this foundation plan, 3 elective credits. And this is how you can begin to make this your own. These elective credits can come from a wide variety of courses, and we'll show you later on in the slideshow what some of those courses are. Now, to go along with the foundation plan, students can choose one of 4 endorsements. And these endorsement categories are STEM, Arts and Humanities, Business and Industry, and Multidisciplinary. And this slide shows you just a couple of ideas about what kinds of professions would go with each one of these. There again, these are not limited, but these are just some ideas so that students will kind of get an idea of where to start. Okay, so if the students choose to do an endorsement, and we are going to encourage all students to choose an endorsement, they also have to add to that an additional math credit, an additional science credit, and 2 additional elective credits. And this is the case for all of the endorsements. They must choose areas in all of these classes in all these areas to add to that to be able to get the endorsement, along with the options that I'm going to show you right now. First off, multidisciplinary. This will probably be the most common endorsement for students to choose because it provides the most flexibility. There are 2 options here. First, students may earn a multidisciplinary endorsement by getting 4 credits of dual credit or advanced placement courses. So these are college hours. Or 4 credits in all 4 core areas. That means 4 math, 4 science, 4 social studies, and 4 language arts. So if they meet the foundation plan plus the extra math, extra science, and 2 extra electives, and then if in the course of that they also have 4 credits in those areas, they will be eligible for a multidisciplinary endorsement. This is very similar to the current graduation plan that we have in place right now. The next endorsement is STEM. This stands for Science, Technology, and Math. For this, they have to add either a 5th math course or a 5th science course from an approved list. So these 5th courses are advanced courses, but we are going to be able to offer this, and the kids will have several different options for this. The next endorsement is Business and Industry. And in order to get a business and industry endorsement, students will have to meet the foundation plan, the extra math, the extra science, 2 extra electives, plus they must take principles of agriculture, intro to ag mechanics, welding, and advanced welding. And the final option is the arts and humanities endorsement. This is the one that has the most options for students. They can earn an endorsement here by getting 4 credits from the same language other than English. Spanish or German are the 2 that we do mostly right now. They can earn 2 credits from one language other than English and 2 credits from a different language other than English. Or they could earn 4 credits in art, or 4 credits in theater, or 5 credits in social studies. Any of these 5 options would get them a endorsement in arts and humanities. Beyond endorsements, there are 2 other areas that students can earn through this new graduation plan. The first is distinguished achievement. If they take Algebra 2 and 4 years of science and have at least 1 endorsement, they will get a Distinguished Achievement Award on their diploma. Additionally, there are performance acknowledgments, and those can be earned through taking a certain number of dual credit courses, bilingualism, having a certain score on AP exam, which I believe is a 3, and having certain scores on PSAT, SAT, or ACT, as well as business or industry certifications. We are currently trying to expand into some certifications, including phlebotomy and the Certified Nurses Aid Program. We hope to be able to offer that in the near future. Students are going to be able to obtain more than 1 endorsement. In fact, quite a few students will probably have 2 or 3 endorsements. These performance acknowledgments also, these are things that some students would already get if we were to apply this to their schedules right now. Okay, just take a look at this last slide here. Basically, we want this to be a value-added situation that students can take a look at all the courses that they're taking and see how it's going to help them as they prepare for life and prepare for college or post-secondary training of whatever they choose. It is okay to change destinations. Your ticket doesn't have blackout dates, so students are going to choose as they enter high school what endorsement they want. But it's okay to change. We know that, and we'll guide them as they go along. It's also important to remember that our counselor, Ms. Brenner, will be talking to students one-on-one as they plan and think about this and helping them choose courses that will get them where they need to go and get there on time. This is a tracking sheet that we're going to be using that shows on the left side, it shows the foundation program with all the courses that they would need to take. There are some areas where they have choices to make, and it shows those choices and what classes they can choose. This shows all the options that we have currently. The other 4 columns are the different endorsements, and if you'll notice at the top of those endorsements, they all have the same requirements. They show the 4th math, the 4th science, the electives, and then underneath it shows all of the different options that they can use to get that endorsement. This is our 4-year plan that we're going to be using, and yes, I do know that it shows 5 years because we do have so many students now who get credits in 8th grade. We had to include that, and this is how we will go about tracking the students as they go through. At the top it shows the endorsements that they have. Then under that is the plan for each year, and then under that it talks about distinguished level of achievement and how they met that, and then the performance acknowledgments are below that. So this form is what we'll be using to track students as they go through to make sure that we have a good record of what they're doing. I hope that this has been informational for you. If you need more information, please do not hesitate to call the school, and we'll try to explain things the best that we can. If you have a student who is currently in 9th grade or lower, we'll be talking with those students and sending home some paperwork with you so you can see this in the very near future. Thank you very much.